We found rooms that have been closed off for over 100 years.
Well, this is day 2, and as you can tell, it is really coming down. Just put a damper on everything. We've had maybe 10-15 people come through. We've been open for over an hour now, and a lot of the props have plastic bags over them. So let's have a look and see what's changed from yesterday. So here's a change from last night. My witches are right here. This is the entrance. I managed to get this set up. Everybody's seen this 1,000 times already, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. That's the Home Depot version. It's okay. The resolution's pretty bad on that projector, but for what we're using it for, it's not bad. Unfortunately, that's what we have to do for the electronics, not to get roasted. So it's almost as good as the regular prop. At least tonight the fog machine is working pretty well. I'm going to show you the bride and groom, that zombies that I made. So it took me quite a few hours today for some reason, but I managed to get another prop controller, another 4-banger prop controller constructed. It is switching all AC power. Both of these zombies run off of AC, and I've got a couple of LEDs right there shining through up through the tent that are also AC powered. I've got a nice little skit for them. So you can hear the Disco Inferno song playing, and Burn Baby Burns referring to this guy getting roasted on the spit. I thought that was rather comical. I managed to get some more light on our caged skeleton. If you recall from the Pro Hunt tag sale, these are the cages that I got, and the skeleton fits in there rather nicely. I zip tied both of the cages together to make one cage. They're helicopter rescue cages. I don't really know what they're called, but that's it. Managed to get a little more light on this guy up here, but it doesn't make much of a difference. It's just so rainy and everything. I was watching my last video and I realized I kind of skipped over a lot of the stuff in here. Most of it's store-bought stuff. This is actually a silicone leg. My sister's leg. My brother-in-law and my sister made it for their theater stuff. And this is just a guy getting operated on here. Various props.
Ever since the incident, I've not been quite the same, except for my shocking personality.
Of course, this guy I talked about several videos ago, his mouth is broken, that's why he's wearing the mask. Never get to fixing him. He's got various things that he says.
Please, make yourself comfortable. You're going to be here for a while.
Some various video footage that I collected off the web, and I've got a laptop hooked up to that playing this over an old monitor. I've got some various other things here on the desk. an old oscilloscope that burnt out that I put a pumpkin flasher on. Here are some of the other displays that I have. We'll go over here to our dot room. Previously we used to have people dressed up camouflaged, but it's become, everybody knows about it, so we decided to go with a clown theme and got various clowns in here. This guy actually does talk.
I'm wearing makeup. What's your excuse? I thought my costume was funny looking until I
various
saw
clowns
you.
in here. Usually we have an actor, but oh, we have an actor again! Oh, you got me again, James.
Can I ignore you?
It's a slow night.
James, once again, you are. Actually, we have two haunt actors. My mother is one.
And Stephanie on the drop panel?
And Stephanie on the drop panel. That's right, we have three haunt actors tonight. 3 actors and about 3 patrons in the rain. Going over all of the great things you and Stephanie helped me with today. Thank you.
Right, Dave.
I do want to give credit to my sister and my brother-in-law, James. They did a ton for me today. I made a to-do list of things that I didn't get done yesterday. And basically, I gave it to them and they did, I would say 99.9% of it. I pretty much built a prop controller today and that was it. And they did everything else. All of these updates you're seeing, they did. So big thanks out to them. There are a couple things that didn't make it into the last video. This is a spaceship that we made around about 14 years ago now. It's 2 kiddie pools put together with a garbage can with a strobe light in it. They went and drilled holes all the way around and stuck these purple lights through it. And I put these little reflective patches behind it. It's nothing professional, but it's kind of neat. And we made these aliens years ago, and they're just store-bought masks on a PVC frame with painter's outfits on them. No great stuffed hands and the gloves. Back before I knew what I was doing with anything. And this is all down by the street. The house is way up here. Gives you an idea of everything we have going on. Look at that fog. You know, people are always making fog chillers. Usually here in Connecticut it's a little colder than this, and I just have a long tube going out from my fog machine, and that usually gets cold enough to chill the fog, but apparently not tonight. Brenda and I were having lunch at a restaurant, and across the street was a joke shop that was opening up. It had all these gag gifts in it, whatever. And this guy was out in front for their grand opening. Well, we came back, I don't know, about a year later, having lunch at the same restaurant, and this guy was out in front again for their grand going out of business closing. Everything had to go, so I walked in and I said, I want to buy this. And they said, oh, well, you'll have to talk to the owner. And I did, and I don't remember how much I got it for. Maybe it was $150 to $350, I don't remember exactly, but it was well worth it. Also out here in the front of the yard, I've got these couple of heads on spikes with this Grim Reaper prop. And this is all right by the street. Here's our fence. Of course, hard to see in the dark. Stephanie and James did manage to get a spotlight for the skeleton skit. However, we have no skeletons to conduct a skit because it's raining. And those are pretty expensive, so I'm not going to throw them out here in the rain. And then wrapping it up over here, James and Stephanie replaced the light inside the pumpkin coming up through the cotton candy machine, which is really just the donation area at this point. So it looks much better, lit up with smoke coming out of it. Tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful, but colder.
That's okay, I'll take dry over warm.
So So here's the hallway. I actually used rope light to illuminate it, which gives it a really nice eerie appearance and saved me a ton of time walking through. And oh, the drop panel. Excellent. So the crank ghost wasn't working properly yesterday. She needed a little more counterbalance. But we got that working right now. We also got the chandelier turned on. And by we, I mean Stephanie and James. They did a great job. That helps illuminate everything in here a little better. And they also added this nice bright light on the zombies, so now we can see them. Chest ripper that I repaired in one of my very early videos, and unfortunately, although he works, he never stops working, so unplugged. And that light helps illuminate some of this stuff here, which is nice. This prop that I made early on in my vlog, maybe the first or second episode. Ah, I see some spooky spectators. So what'd you think?
Oh, it was great.
What did you think?
It was really good.
Yeah? Did the lady scare you at the pictures?
What was your favorite part?
Yeah, what was your favorite?
I like when the grandma. Like,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, at the end, the coffin lady.
Yeah, I like the lady in the picture.
Picture.
Oh, yeah.
The picture was really, really intense.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Around the
Yeah,
other
it was
side, the
awesome.
clown. That really,
Yeah, the clown
Oh,
really
yeah.
got me going.
I thought it was just like a regular clown. Like it wasn't really like no one was in there, and then they were just like, and we're like.
Wow.
That was fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Amazingly creative.
Thank you.
That's all him.
Thank you. Did you catch the bride and groom? Did you see them do that
Yes,
little
we
thing?
waited.
Yeah.
Because
There
we
you
had
go.
seen them moving, and then they didn't move when we got right up there. We waited. And
There you go.
Yeah.
They danced for you? Excellent.
And the guy on the table with the guts,
Oh, yeah?
he still has his foot moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You caught it. Yeah.
He sure does. And the feast, the chef was turning the meat for
Oh, that
For
was
the
so
feast.
gross.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You gonna come back tomorrow for Halloween or no? Get some candy maybe? Maybe.
We'll see, yeah.
If you have time.
Yeah. See if we have time tomorrow night.
If we don't make it tomorrow night, we'll come back next year to see what
we'll have something new
what
for
else
you.
is new and spooky.